Hello, welcome to Trump Tuesday and Cool Discussions. Oh wait, we're not going to talk about Trump today.
We're going to divert from Trump a little bit, you know. We touched on Trump a little bit in our headlines.
Yeah, he did something.
We're gonna talk about something that would almost, would it be Trump-esque in Canada? Maybe not. I don't know.
Trump hasn't done anything nearly as drastic as something like this.
Yeah, we're going to talk about something that our fabulous government has decided they want to implement. It's a bill called M103.
Okay, now, it's not a bill, it's just a suggestion to show unity in the House of Commons. But what is going to happen is it's going to go to the Senate for review, and then they're going to make recommendations about what the government can do to help.
So basically, you want to know the gist of this? What the gist of this bill is? I'll give it to you in layman's terms, in normal speak. It means if you talk bad about Islamic religion, Muslims, you could go to jail. You can get in big trouble. They're going to ban hate speech on Islamic Muslim stuff.
Now, okay, the counterpoint to this is a liberal will say, it says, any religious discrimination, but they do specifically point out Islamophobia. Now, the problem is...
They're using Islamophobia as the main example. They're using it as the main example, right?
Yeah. But the problem is the definition of Islamophobia.
Isn't...
Islamophobia, if you look at it, can mean an outrage... damn it. And a crazy fear of Islam. Now, that's always a possibility. But if you Google Islamophobia, it just says any criticism of Muslims or Islam as religion.
If they put a ban on this and you go to jail for any, I would like to put on vegans. I would like to. You can't talk about vegans ever again. If you're a vegan, you can't talk about being a vegan. If you're a vegetarian, you can't talk about being a vegetarian. If you like the color blue, you can't talk about the color blue because that offends me. That hurts my feelings.
Yeah.
If you talk about snow, if it snows in I would like to throw somebody in jail for snowing. If you talk about fat people, I would like you to be thrown in jail.
Now, this comes across as fear-mongering.
Does what I just said sound ridiculous?
It comes across as fear-mongering, and that's what the political argument is right now. It's like, people are fear-mongering. And it's like, it's not fear-mongering as much as you might like to think, because in the religion of Islam, it's blasphemy to criticize Islam. It's blasphemy to have a picture of the Prophet Muhammad. It's blasphemy to draw the Prophet Muhammad. So when you have something saying, we're going to root out Islamophobia, well, Islamophobia to a Muslim is going to be different than Islamophobia to us. Right? We have plenty of examples of it going on in Europe right now. Right now a Danish man is being charged with blasphemy for burning the Quran. However, a Danish artist set a Bible on fire and he wasn't charged. So why is burning the Bible okay, but burning the Quran isn't? Islamophobia.
Okay. Burn whatever you want.
When you have freedom of speech,
as long as it's your property and you burn it, I don't give a fuck.
Yes,
I think we've all got this freedom of speech thing confused. I think we're all a little bit confused with this freedom of speech. I don't think we understand it. I don't think people understand what freedom of speech is. Freedom of speech isn't the ability to say whatever you want and tell people they can't talk about whatever they want. The freedom of speech is you being able to say whatever you want and everybody else being able to say whatever they want. Whether it's hate speech, it's homophobia, it's anything like that.
Yep.
Speech is speech, including hate speech.
The line, though, for freedom of speech is to incite violence.
It doesn't matter. No, to me, whatever you say, it doesn't matter.
Okay, hold on. But that's where the law comes in.
Okay.
Once you start to say violent, once you say, "Oh, kill all the Jews," that crosses the line into a criminal offense.
I guess because it's like a threat.
Because it's a threat.
Yeah.
Now, mind you, a lot of those threats aren't going to be actual threats.
But how many?
In the context of what somebody's talking.
I think the line crosses when you actually kill somebody, when you hurt somebody, when you do harm to other people. And I've said this many times. This is like a broken record on Coull discussions from my end. Live your life as long as you don't hurt somebody else, as long as you do no harm to other people or other people's property. And unfortunately, people don't understand that. When you say that I offended you, what the hell does that mean?
Well,
what does that mean?
And that's the problem, is people can take offense so easily. We'll go the easy route, the veganism. When people are vegans, they tend to be very outspoken when you eat meat. And I'm like, well, okay, you are totally allowed to...
Absolutely. Preach. I don't care.
Preach.
I'm not going to listen to you.
I'm still allowed to eat that meat. I'm still allowed to go away, you cracker.
You've offended me is like the weirdest statement I think that I ever hear. When I hear something, I'm offended because... Okay.
Yeah.
What?
It's becoming... It's becoming so. It's that trigger thing. It's like, oh, I'm offended. All suddenly,
then we have to stop. We have to cater to you.
Yeah, and it's just like I understand that things are going to be offensive, and sometimes your feelings are going to get hurt, and sometimes they're going to cross a certain unwritten rule a line. If you're talking to a rape victim and telling them a bad rape joke, you kind of cross a little bit of a line, and it's going to happen.
How many times in life have we made a bad joke? Have you ever made a bad joke? Of course I have. I've made a bad joke at the most inappropriate time. Of course I have. You know what I mean? But you just you learn from it, and jokes. you move on, and you go.
And in some cases, you apologize.
You apologize if I'm making a joke and there's a rape victim in the room, and then I find out after. Oh my God! I'm sorry. I didn't mean.
Yeah,
I wasn't trying to offend you. I was trying to be funny. And if that person wants to not be my friend or not talk to me ever again, then okay, that's the consequences.
And in some cases, some people have a very morbid sense of humor, and that's
I do.
I have a morbid sense of humor.
I don't get offended very easily. Or if I
get offended in some cases because some things just strike really, really easily. But I don't sit there going, "Well, I'm offended. You shouldn't say that." I'd be like, fuck you. It's like,
If I find something that offends me, if I see something on the internet that offends me, I just close the window, or I keep scrolling, or if somebody says something offensive, or I read something, I just go,
I guess
whatever.
It depends on what they're saying. I might read a little bit more into why they said something the way they said it. I might read the comment section to see,
I don't take to the keyboard and start bashing somebody because of what they said has offended me, and I don't. If you want to preach hate about a religion, that's I don't care. I will defend your right to hate another person just as much as I will defend your right to love another person. As long as you do no harm in either one of these situations. Like, if you love somebody so much that you kidnap them and rape them, then I have a problem with what you've done. I have a problem with your raping and kidnapping. If you hate somebody so much where you beat them up and kill them, I have the problem with you beating up and killing them. But if you're like, I hate you, I hate you, I hate you, I hate all white people, I hate all black people, okay, you're allowed to do that. Because I'm allowed to love white people. I'm allowed to love black people. And I think that's where people...
And there's nothing wrong with not liking... I'm sorry, our father taught us to hate East Indian people. He was very racist against East Indian people.
Never stuck with me, I don't...
No, it kind of stuck with me. Like, I got to admit that I had that instant hate East Indian people, but I know as a whole they're not that bad. So it's just one of those things that's kind of stuck. Racism is taught to you at a young age by your parents.
It is,
and you can learn it from other people as well.
And learn from other people. And, I think that I had something in my brain and it just left. that happens. I hate it when that. Don't you hate it when that happens? It's like when you walk into a room, and you're like, "Why did I come in here?" And then you leave, and you're like, "Oh, that's why."
Yeah.
I don't think this thought's coming back. I think this thought is a distant non-memory now. I'm looking for it over there, and it's not over there. No. Anyways,
So there is nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with you if you hate something.
No.
It happens.
I hate the Calgary Flames. I literally hate them. I despise the Calgary Flames.
And personally, I'm an anybody but Calgary person.
Well, that's me, yeah, but
you
despise them.
I don't hate them
Ugh.
as much as you do. But if Calgary's playing against anybody, I'll cheer for not Calgary. I don't hate the Flames. If they're in the playoffs, I'll cheer for them over an American team.
Nope.
Just
Never.
my opinion.
Never.
That
shit should be banned.
And really, he's totally allowed to say that. And you know what?
I was kidding by the ban comment. I don't think that shit should be banned.
And you out there listening, you could be offended by the fact that he doesn't like the Flames.
You can get offended by anything we say on this channel.
Totally.
I don't care.
But in the grand scheme of things, if we are silenced, anything that can be used to silence us,
I'm going to silence you.
Will
If you come on this
to silence you.
If you come on this channel and you're like, and you report us to YouTube for hate speech, I'm going to find whatever you do, and I'm going to report you for hate speech for doing that to me. Because in my world of free speech, I understand what that word means. I understand what that terminology means, and obviously you don't. If you report anybody anywhere for words that they have said, you have committed atrocities against free speech. I don't care. I don't care. If you report anybody for any words that they use at any time, you hate free speech.
Not that far off the mark.
People will have to live with the consequences from their speech. And we will get to that in another video later this week. But if you say something and there are consequences to what you say. I'm not saying
digital age.
I'm not saying that what you say is not free of consequences. This is the difference here. Free speech is say whatever the hell you want. Being smart is knowing the consequences that will come with saying whatever you want.
Something stupid, yeah, exactly. You're right. A skinhead can quite easily, just look like a skinhead and never say anything. Or you could have the dumb ones that, go, oh, the white race is a superior race. Everything that white people do is good and everything that black people do is bad. Well, he's the one who's going to have to live with that. He's going to have to go, when he applies for a job, a person is going to go online and find out this particular hate speech and go,
we don't want you here.
A great example is the little fad of the running on live TV and say, fuck her in the pussy. Here in Canada, that happened on TSN, I believe.
Oh, it happened on a couple
things. And these people got tracked down and
lost their jobs.
Fired. That's a consequence of free speech.
That's right. There are consequences to these things, and like I said, we'll touch on this video on Thursday.
Consequences on Thursday.
But I just think that this recommendation that our government so politely puts it as should be thrown in the trash, burned.
We have hate speech. We have hate speech laws, and if they're not good enough, shore them up a little bit and make them better. But we don't need this M103 because we already have hate speech laws. Because if we didn't have hate speech laws, I totally get why, but we do.
It's what's next after this.
That's
what I mean?
That's the thing.
It's Pandora's box.
This is leading the path to hell is paved with good intentions, and this is a good intention.
If you think
this is a total feel good thing. It's like, oh, look
that's
at us,
what
we're saying
it's supposed to be a feel good thing,
and that's the path to hell.
Most feel good things are fucking quack. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, laws and regulations have to be harsh.
They're harsh for a reason.
You know what I mean?
Because they have to spell out black and white. Because laws are trying to be black and white, and there's too many shades of gray. So
Yeah, it's like drunk driving.
Yeah.
We want to get rid of drunk driving, but we're not harsh enough on it.
No.
You want to get rid of drunk driving? Make the consequences so bad that people will go, I'm never doing that. Yeah. Obviously, you're never going to get rid of it completely, but make it so bad that people are going to not want to do it.
Because honestly, you know, it's most of the things are slaps on the wrist. It's like, really, there was a guy who was drunk driving, crashed into a building, killed a grandson, a grandparent, and got 8 months?
Yeah. But that's a whole different topic, guys.
Yeah,
Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Definitely comment below, because you can say whatever you want. Tell us for a couple of ticks. I don't care. It doesn't bother me. I'm not going to get my feelings hurt. I'm not going to get my feelings hurt by words.
But we are going to...
Because remember,
we are going to talk back.
That's right. Sticks and stones might break my bones, but words will never hurt me. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Man, I had some good ones down that fucking episode. Damn.